It takes time and effort to find the right grants for your small business. This video should cut your time in half. Here are the top 5 government and private small business grants and their free resources, with a complete list of links in the description below. We'll start with opportunities that span the entire country, then narrow down to your zip code. I'm moving to the laptop so we can explore every funder's website and learn how to prepare for each grant application. Then I'll finish the video with bonus details about even more grant opportunities for your small business. Some you may know, others you may not. Here we are with the first entry, Grants.gov. First off, they work very hard to provide a lot of information up front because the entire nation, if not the world, comes to Grants.gov because it's so heavily promoted. But let's see what's real and what your opportunities are. We're just going to look at these pages just to get you informed. Your team, your workspace. Okay, let's not go there yet. Hang on. You don't just immediately start filling in a form. There's much more. And let's look at Get Started. Here we are with the information page. Your first step to register. What does that mean? It is a 2-step process. And they give you another link. Sorry, scroll past the nice photo again. Here are your 2 steps. SAM.gov. SAM stands for System for Award Management, and you have to first register with a Unique Entity Identifier, or UEI. This is different than your Employer Identification Number, or EIN. This is in addition to that. You will need your EIN to apply for a UEI. Don't you love all the letters? Then you go to Grants.gov. After obtaining the UEI, then you return to Grants.gov and continue to register. Really quickly, let me show you what the search page looks like. On the left side of the screen, you're going to see all kinds of ways to create parameters. So you can search by keyword, opportunity number. These are different government grant numbers. So if somebody told you about it, hey, this CFDA is for you, then you can go and search specifically by the number. And here it says forecasted and posted. That means grants to come, grants that are current. Closed and archived, that's good for some research if you have time to dig into that. But now we're going to scroll down. We're going to select grant. Oops, sorry, it just popped up by itself. So there are 1,978 opportunities. They're not all going to be a fit. Let's narrow this down. Let's go to eligibility. Small business, 814 grants available. Still not going to be a match for you all. Again, it just keeps popping up every time I make a selection. And then all agencies. So maybe you have a specific agency you're interested in. How about Department of Energy? And then these hot links here take you to the granular information. So that's Grants.gov. Not in a nutshell, because there's no way to put Grants.gov in a nutshell, but hopefully you feel comfortable enough with at least digging through and getting started. Now we're moving on to something that is a part of the Small Business Administration, which many of you have commented in Grant Chatter videos, and thank you for that, that SBA doesn't have grants, and it kind of doesn't. There is one, however, the State Trade Expansion Program, or STEP. And this is for businesses that are ready to export their product. Now, watch here. STEP provides financial awards to state and territory governments to assist small business with export development. In other words, you're not applying directly to the SBA for STEP. Your state applies to SBA and gets STEP money, and then you apply to the state. Lots of steps, pardon the pun. Scrolling down, information for small business. So this is how the STEP grant works for you. And then there's more information for those state entities that are going to apply for these funds. Let's ignore that. But if you want to know more, contact your local state or territory. So then you scroll down, and here's an alphabetical list by state and territory, and then how much they received in. Now this hasn't been updated, just a little hint. As I record this in early 2024, Congress is not approved and the president has not signed a budget yet. So this website has not been updated yet, but this is worth coming back to. So let's just take the first entry here. Alabama got $250,000 for the entire state, anybody in the state that is eligible to apply. So understand you're not going to be getting millions of dollars here. But how do you find out more about it? Here is your contact. And what's the hot link for Alabama? Let's look. It is the Alabama State Trade Expansion Program. So that's the website. You find your state here. Again, all linked below. And here's one more, America's Seed Fund. And if you've heard of SBIR or STTR, this is where you learn about it. That is for Small Business Innovation Research and Small Business Technology Transfer. Two different grant programs, and I actually have a video on that linked above and in the description below to get you a pretty deep dive of what it takes to apply. But let's do a quick run through here. We're just going to scroll down again. Average number of companies funded per year, 4,000. That's a pretty good number. $4 billion invested each year. And then equity or IP ownership taken by the government. So the government does not take your company from you. I think that must be a common question. Now, how it works. This is not you just click to see an application and fill in a form. This is time involved. Number one, proof of concept. 6 to 12 months. You can receive $50,000 to $275,000. That's the first one. Prove your concept. If sufficiently proven, you move on to phase 2. Technology development, 2 years, $750,000 to almost $2 million. Then phase 3, commercialization. Then you take it to market. Then you could also become a federal contractor. How to apply? Start the process. It's not going to take you to a grant application. It's going to give you some, here's how it works. Agencies, multiple government agencies post solicitations, meaning they're soliciting your proposal. They want you to apply if you're eligible. Submit the proposal, review the proposal, award funding, a very standard schedule. And the video that I have really gives you the breakdown of how to scour through this website, find those resources, and begin the application process. So we'll wrap that up for SBIR and STTR here. All right, next, a relative newcomer. And it's very exciting to see what they're doing. Hello Alice, this blue bunny rabbit. You might want to get familiar with this one. It says your #1 resource for small business grants. That's a bold assertion, but they seem to be working pretty hard on it. So we'll give them that for the moment. They say, discover small business grants for every stage of your small business adventure. This is really cool, and you're going to see here in just a second that they've really worked to combine lots of opportunities into this one funnel, essentially. Let's see how that works. Featured grants, $10,000, $10,000, $1,000. And also notice this, it's in partnership with DoorDash, in partnership with NAACP and L'Oreal, and this might be their own. What that means is that Hello Alice appears to be going to major companies and partnering with them, and the major companies are glad to have Hello Alice do the legwork of managing grants, and therefore it's a partnership, and you're finding all of them in one place instead of having to guess, well, does L'Oreal have a grant? Does DoorDash have a grant? You'll find out here. I have to admit, that's really exciting. I'm very glad to see this resource. Now, they'll say there's more where that came from, and subscribe. So it's a free subscription. I have signed up just to see what it's like, but I just recently signed up, so I'm still learning. I'll share more when I have it. And then when you click subscribe, you just come to a subscription page, and it says welcome back because I'm a subscriber. But if you're new, you sign up. And what does it take to sign up? No money, your name, your email, and a password. And that's it. So I don't have a lot of time spent on this particular resource, but you want to sign up. I recommend it because, again, it's free. I can tell you they will have a questionnaire to help you tailor down. So if you're not a restaurant, you won't want to know about the restaurant grant. But if you are perhaps makeup, then that L'Oreal opportunity would be good for you. So there are ways to, instead of getting a deluge of grant opportunities that don't fit, they'll be able to tailor them to you. Again, very exciting, very recent. I'll have more about Hello Alice in the future. Here's another newcomer, and they have 2 opportunities. This is Busy, used to be Ink File, and that's a familiar name to me, might be a familiar name to you, but now it is Busy, B-I-Z-E-E. They have an entrepreneur grant, 2 of them. Let's scroll down. Again, linked below. They have a Young Entrepreneur Scholarship Grant, and it's not open at the time that I record this video. Again, bookmark this. all linked below, and you can see when they open up. So what do you get? You get $2,500 towards education expenses, because this is the first of two. You must be in school. You must be attending a US-based school. You must have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, so work on those classes. And you must have an interest in starting a business. That's your eligibility to apply. And then what do? You complete the online application. You send a short 2-minute video on entrepreneurship and stick that 2 minutes. They mean 2 minutes. And submit a sample business plan. Now it says apply now, but if I click that, it's just going to go to another page of the website. There's nothing there at the time I post this. More information when it opens. When you come back up here and it says the dates available, then you can apply. Scrolling down to the second opportunity, the Fresh Start Business Grant. So they're addressing students and those of you who you're an adult out of school. So they give you a gold plan for free. If you win this, that's great. And sorry about the way this is laid out, but that's just a hot link to more information. And then $2,500. So again, the same amount, but you can put towards your startup costs. And the requirements: be 21 years or older, U.S. resident, and be able to prove that you have a significant start to your business. And when this becomes active, read what they mean by significant. It has to be more than an idea. So then the same steps to apply here. Online application, 2-minute video. Again, stick to that 2 minutes. If it's more than that, they won't watch it. I'm just telling you, as a grant reviewer as well as grant writer, they won't watch it. And then a sample business plan. Again, apply now. It's not active, but when the dates are opened, it will be. And our fifth of 5 is America's SBDC, Small Business Development Centers. Now we're kind of back to the Small Business Administration. We're kind of back to federal business development sources, but this one comes down to your zip code. So let's take a look. So this is business advising and training. They're not promising grant dollars up front, but let me just go ahead and still promote this as an opportunity, because you're going to be involved in a community of other small businesses and business trainers. You're going to get free advice and training that maybe you would have thought about applying for a grant to get, but here you get it for free from your nearby Small Business Development Center agency. I'm not being paid to say this, by the way. I just think local is great. So this is based on a zip code, and I just randomly ran a list of mid-sized U.S. cities, and I selected Madison, Wisconsin. And then I selected a random zip code within the city, 53719, to shout out to everyone in Madison. Shout out everywhere. But so it looks like your first step is to find an advisor. Here you go, the Wisconsin SBDC Network Lead Center. You have another resource at University of Wisconsin-Madison, and then at Rock County. So you have multiple resources to select the ones nearest you. Let me scroll back up, and I'm going to click this website. What does it look like? Achieve your small business goals with the Wisconsin SBDC. Oh, that's promising. Helping you at any stage with any opportunity. Get financing. Now, you small business owners know that could mean loans and not grants, but they're at least going to train you on that. Launching a business, growing your existing business, determining if your business idea is feasible. All of these are helpful, and again, being in a community that might be helpful to you. So that is my top 5 list of small business grant opportunities. But I have more. I have researched and posted videos on grants for small business from FedEx, Venmo, the Amber Grant, and grants for business owners who are Black, Latino, veterans, women, farmers, those who run recycling businesses, and the list keeps growing. So what's next? If you have a grant in mind, choose this video for the ultimate guide in how to write a great small business grant that will help you stand out from your competition. Even if you don't know which grant to write yet, this video will still help you get ready. I'm Tiffany. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.